Hello, you hardcores out there, how are you doing? Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. Hot, hot bang. Racism in boxing, is there racism? I don't know, I'm asking you all. Speaking to Peter Fury, and he says there's racism in boxing. And there were a racist element to that vibe around Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall. And they fought that fight week and in hotel lobby and this and that. Atmosphere was terrible. Same with Franchon Cruz. Nobody's mentioning it, are they? You know, they didn't interview Peter in the ring after the fight, did they? After Franchon Cruz won. So I don't know what's going to come out, but all I know is that certain people from boxing community from UK were hanging out at back of Shields and Franchon Cruz, both fighters week, running them about all over, whispering this and that into their ears and causing loads of knackers behind the scenes. So it's not. I like to mention that on my channel. Mention it and quote me, Porky. Not a problem. So there you go. Do we feel that that happened? Or that does happen in boxing? Have I seen anything like that? Yeah. Yeah, I have. I've also seen it from other people. So there's two sides, isn't there? You know, you can argue toss about who's a racist and a win all day, can't you? So why can't we just all be one as one? It's a bit like all lives matter, in it, instead of other one. That's what I want to see. All of us matter. If I'm in back of a police car, as you've seen, if you Google my name, Russell Hartley, you'll see me getting my teeth, two teeth, smashed down my throat by an elbow, and I nearly choked to them. And you'll also see me getting a concussion. But I was looking at a camera in the police car, and I thought, oh, you're done here, because you're done. I'm going to get loads of compound. No, I didn't. If you look, you'll see I got a prison sentence, locked up. And when I went to court in a walking stick and a broken leg, it didn't mean nothing. But if I had been not white, what would have happened? Well, what? It'd have been all over the news, wouldn't it? Would it? So that's how I look at it. I don't like to use the race. It's something I've never used on the channel before. But looking at little things that go on in boxing behind the scenes, I can see where Peter's coming from, really, to be honest. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's a lot more went on that I'm going to say here, but yeah. So good news is I'm eating toast now, being sick. So isn't that good? You know what I mean? Guys, to get some weight on. Well, I think I'm 11.5. That's good, isn't it? Good. No, this. So I can see where Peter's coming from. Like to try this bread. Right, we don't like to talk. Ready? We don't like to talk. Nicola, this was the worst gimmick you've ever got me. It's no wonder you left to work for Dennis. You should be embarrassed getting me that. What did it cost you, £1? That's what I think to your bullshit button, Nicola. Right, I want to say before I go move on, all you people keep emailing me regarding Kevin's horse and Mucker and all the rest of his horses. I'm not an horse racing man. I don't give a flying hoot about it. He's just had 2 or 3 winners in the last few weeks. They don't even give me tips. They don't. So, and it don't bother me when they win, because they lose more than they win, don't they, horses? So it's not my thing. But if you're into horse racing, Smido, he's into all that. Go tweet him on Twitter. He'll tell you what all tips are and stuff. But there's like it's not like for boxing we have BoxRec. I don't know what it is for horse racing, but just put SYPS UK Limited, South Yorkshire Packaging UK Limited, and that's his horses. There's about 30 odd, but I think there's only 17 race horses. I think others are babbies, but people keep asking me for tips on that because they've won that. Look, I don't even look on them websites. It's not for me horse racing. I think it's a lot of shit. A load of horse shit. It's not for me. If I get round there, I'll get betting, I'll end up with no, won't I? Put 100 quid on it, losers. I'm not going on till I've done everything in my pocket. I want me 100 quid back. I know. But I have to go on there and just look. I mean, they have tipsters on in all the papers, don't they? In with big sideburns. What's he called? Him who used to do boxing side at ring and that. John Summer. Doesn't he give all tips that? So get him to give some advice, but for people who ask him. You know. Right. Penfold. Is Penfold a Klingon in boxing? No, he is his own man, in it. I'm not team Penfold at the moment, yeah. But what I want to know why, whenever there's a trending story, like this with Joshua, Froch and McCracken, whenever there's a trending story, these YouTube outlets, Boxing King Media, all the rest of them, Seconds Out, Boxing Social, whatever, they all want to put them on their channel, don't they? With catchy titles and that. I've seen a few this morning. Carl Froch this from Caldwell, and Carl Froch that from Spencer Fearon, aka Malcolm X. Go and look at Big Malk's interview. Is it Boxing King Media? I think it's Boxing King now. I'm not even going to look. It's one of them anyway. Big Malk going on about how Big Dosser Femi rings him up for advice and all this early hours and that. Good luck to Big Malk, because he's never had a job in his life, have you, Malk? You don't know what it's like to go out working for a living like me. But Big Malk, yeah, I'm cool with Carl Froch. And are you cool with Carl Froch, Fearon? Ring him then. Give him a ring. Give him a ring if you're cool with him. Give him a ring. That's what I say. Not big toast from there either. Back to shakes. Give him a ring, Big Malk. You're coming out with that rubbish that you're chatting. Utter rubbish. Utter rubbish. I can't get. How can I get them 18 minutes back in my life that I've just watched this morning? I can't get them back, can I? And then we've got Caldwell. We is Wednesday Mass. Is that what it is? Wednesday Mass. We've had the Sunday sermons, the Monday Mass. Now we've had the Wednesday Mass. Maybe I should bring Nicky Smedley back. What do you think? I don't know. We'll give Nicky Smedley a ring, eh? Get him back on channel, liven it up a bit. You know what I mean? See if we can put a few notices out of joint. Because let's have it right. Nobody's got no go now, it's happening in boxing hardly. 90% of them. They'd be fish food in jail. Utter fish food. Don't want to carry on like badmen, don't they? Unbelievable. Let's give Nicky Smedley a text, eh? Let's have Nicky back on channel. Oh! Ring me when you get home, from then. Ring me when you get home. We'll have you back on channel, Nicky. I think that we need to warm things up a bit, Nicky, in the sport of boxing. Hop, hop, bang! You all look my best. I hope you're speaking to him. Jesus. That's two people you don't want knocking on your door if you own money. Just take me gold! Deb Sarney. Deb Sarney. Deb Cheese and Pickle Sarney, aka the Indian Bean. Well, the Indian Bean, is that racist? Well, he's from India and he's got a bit of a bean feel to him. So I'm going to call him Indian Bean. Are you all right with that, Deb? Let me know if you're not. All right, or I'll put an app into the bubble. Like I care anyway. So the Indian Bean, who's named after a cheese and pickle sandwich, he's coming out, digging Eddie Hills out and Spotty Frank Eubank like they care about him. And, you know, when you've got friction like that, I'm starting to wonder, are they ever going to put out on? Or is it just everybody? Everybody just don't want to work with each other and just doing it for fans. I don't know, but it looks like Dev Sarni, Dev Cheese and Pickle Sarni, the Indian Bean. We'll catch on that, won't it now? It looks like his mum dressed him. Has anybody seen him in that light blue thing? With his Roger Moore turtleneck? Pop, pop, bang. What is all that about? He's bouncing about full of himself, isn't he? Why is that? Just because Francis Warren, aka the housewife's favourite, just because he's doing his detox. Oh, Francis, bless him, eh? Right? You can't help his saying, can he, Francis? You could take a horse to water, but you can't teach him how to drink it. So I've got this to say to you, Francis. No, no, just say no. Just say no, like Zamo. My wife said yes. And it was the best buzz I ever had for 3 weeks. After that, it was a 10-year, 7-month nightmare. Bricktop. In the past, he could do what he wanted, couldn't he? Why is that? Well, Bricktop in the past, we got away with murder, hasn't he, really? Nobody can say that the man is not boxing. If you snapped Bricktop in half, broke his leg in a tackle, and I would say if he were playing on left wing for Arsenal, and I were right wing for Rotherham, I'd chop him down, man. I'd take him out. I'd break his leg in a tackle like Julian Dix. Snap it in half. And do you know what it'd say in half? It'd say boxing, wouldn't it? Like Phil Thompson, who played for Liverpool. You break his leg, it'd say Liverpool, wouldn't it? You know, inside of his leg. Bricktop is boxing. But back in the day, Bricktop could get away with murder, couldn't you, Bricktop? So no box rec, or no social media, or there were no Porky's Corner on your tail. What am I? So on his tail, I mean chasing them, like that. You know, for all you freaks that are watching, because boxing's full of them, especially on a Sunday night, isn't it? Pop, pop, bang, all hiding behind the fake account. So Bricktop. Well, we know when he had Joe Calzaghe, don't we? We know the guys who were putting him in, we don't we? Tucker Pudwell, Emger McKerchen, Branko Soba. We can go on forever, can't we? Only 2 of them had belts out of 24. Only 2 of them had world titles, didn't they, out of them 24? 22 super middle and 2 light heavy. Only 2 had world championship belts. So what are the 22? Hopkins and Jones never had a belt. Hopkins had a Ring Magazine belt, did he? But he's a part owner of Golden Boy, isn't he? So I don't count that. Do you know why? Because Golden Boy owned Ring Magazine. That's why Oscar De La Hoya's house is full of Ring Magazine belts. He says, I'll just buy Ring Magazine and just get a belt made for myself every time I fight. It happens. It's the Wild Wild West. Get over it. Get over it. But there were no social media back then, were there? In the Bricktop's days, there were none at all. There were none at all. But am I disappointed with some interviews I'm looking at lately? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Every time there's a trending story, they're wheeling Spencer Fearon out. And he always sides with one person, doesn't he? And we know who that will be in any scenario, don't we? It'll be a scenario where it's best for him. When you've got Malcolm X having phone calls at middle of the night, his words in his interview, his words. When you've got him having phone calls at middle of the night from Anthony Joshua, asking him this and asking him that, and then he's going on social media and telling everybody about what Joshua's asking. Do you seriously think he'll be getting more phone calls at 5:30 a.m.? No, he won't. He won't at all. No, he won't. But he's hanging out at the back of Don Charles now, so he might be able to get a few quid out of the job, because wasn't it a few weeks ago, people were doing donations for him on the internet? Not awful, that. My advice is this. Come and see me here. 0 contract, minimum wage. Pop, pop, bang, Spencer. It'll save you pouncing and living like you've been doing for the last 30 stretch. You've never had a job, have you? I'm only saying, you know where I am, Spencer. Come see me. You know where Chris Smedley's gym is. Come see me. You've got plenty mouth. Come on, I'm not 9 stone no more. Waste man. So that's what we're up against. The cheek of him digging the cobra out in his interview and then saying, cool, cool. Yeah. Get Cobra a ring then, Malk. We'll see if you're cool. Give him a ring. Give him a ring. You've plenty to say, haven't you? Plenty to say. Oh, that's about it, isn't it, really? Full steam ahead now. Full steam ahead. Who's going to stop me doing what I'm doing? Oh. Who's going to stop me doing this? Oh. Who's going to stop me having my say on here? Nobody in boxing can stop me. Dennis. Have you any idea how many times Dennis has been here or rung me and said, oh, can you not say this? Can you not say that? Dennis should listen to his secretary. He said, Dennis, if you tell Russell not to do that, he'll go and do it to defy you. Because I've got it in me, Anna. Well, you're born naughty, aren't you? All right. People can't handle a bit of banter. Swivel. I don't really care. Past caring, we're up to here, aren't we now, with this boxing game? I mean, where are we heading with it? And these new promoters coming into the game, they must think, what's going on here? I feel sorry for people like Josh Whale. I feel for Josh. I feel for him because he wants to put shows on and stuff like that, but look what he's having to work with. And trying matching kids and that is harder than what you're thinking. It's getting harder. It's getting harder. All right. But I enjoyed the interview with Sam Jones. I thought that were all right. But Sam, let's have it right, mate. You've never been the same since you had that operation to remove your head out of Eddie's arsehole. Have you really? You've not been the same person, Sam, have you? It's a bit like Dave Colwell, aka Penfold. He's not been the same, has he, looking wise, since Gwyn Wales stuck nut on him. You seen his nose on N. Colwell? That's what Gwyn did. That's what happens when you call somebody a knobhead from Barnsley. Pop, pop, bang! So one of them went flying headbutt, the fastest headbutt in the West. You've heard of Ernie, haven't they? Fastest mill. Well, Gwyn Wales, fastest headbutt. Pop, pop, bang. So, okie dokie. How long have we used there? Not long, have we? I think I need to. I think I'll go next door now and terrorise them for a bit. Ben, I'm sorry to hear you're not working next door now, mate. Come see me. You're still welcome here, Ben. Come and see me in your Toyota Yaris if you've still got it. And I'll ask them next door if we can get you a free car wash. Now you don't work there. Ben, we used to have some light laughs, didn't we? Come see me, Ben. Come see me, kid. All right, I still like you, mate. There's a job here for you. If you want to come and see me, we'll get you set up. And then you can get your car washed on. Use some of my free washers next door, and you can still come round here and chill out, Ben. Because I miss you. I miss you walking by shouting, Big B, what are you doing? And I miss shouting out, get something done, you dosser. I miss you. 4 years here, Ben. What's happening? Come see me. I think that's about it, really. So, okie dokie. Peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep supporting boxing. I don't remember if I mentioned this earlier. Gad, this is for you. I'm going to post it, you Gad. To TalkSport officers, but you're not worth a second class stamp. Sorry, you're not worth a first class stamp, so I'll put a second class on it. All right. Because every time Bricktop's on TalkSport, you don't say anything, do you, Gad? You don't say anything. Because you're Bricktop's in-house PR guy like Fury's, aren't you? Oh, you are. You know you are. That's why Eddie's a bit like that with you at the moment, isn't he? Eddie and Spotty Frank. That's what happens, you see. You know, Gareth, you know you. Let me just say this to you. Years and years and years before I even started with Dennis, I used to go to a boxing show. And he used to see you. He always used to be stood with Ron Lewis and Bunce. And I used to look at these guys as like iconic. And then when you get to meet him in real life, Bunce is all right. I'm not going to say anything about Ron Lewis because he's passed away, but you were all right in Bulgaria. You didn't want to come out on slosh with chaps, but you're all right. But the God, I'm very disappointed in you because I look at people like certain people from that ilk, and they're not in-house guys. You're an in-house guy, and that's where you've made a mistake. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Look at Ed Robinson, Andy Scott at Sky, or if Ed Robinson's even there. Look at them boys. They're not in-house guys, are they? They're their own men. They don't get involved in all that he said, she said. That's where you made a mistake, Gad. Because now what's going to happen is when Tyson and his old man kick you out of the circle, Gad, and it's coming, you're going to be outside looking in then, aren't you? Because you're not going to be able to cross the street like boxers can you? Because you've got nothing to offer. Because you've been in bed with some other person for so long. They've got to be. So try and keep neutral. Or try and go against them. When you get access to Tyson Fury, just say every now and then, or to John, come on. That ain't true. John, you're telling lies again. And we've been basically going forward. John, you're telling lies. Look, your lips have just moved again, John. You've just got to try and do it tongue in cheek, Gad. But stand up for yourself. If somebody like Big John Fury is coming up to you and he's telling you something that's complete and utter wrong or waffle, it's your job as the mainstream media to say, John, you got that wrong. That's not true. On anything. But no, you don't, do you? You're letting these people put stuff out there that's not right, and you know it's not right, but you filled your nappy. So I personally believe that TalkSport will get rid of you soon, because that's not with their narrative now, is it? What their narrative is. Arse lickers like you is no good. Arse licking. Grown men in your 50s looking for another grown man's G-spot. That is utter arse licking. It's arse licking on a massive scale. £1 coin. £1 coin. God, I'm gonna have to go to the bank and get some money out to post that to Gad now. It's a big job, isn't it? So Gad, when you get this, that's just from me to you, from me to you, to save you on nappies. So next time you see Bricktop, just pull your kecks down and lay one in that, don't you? Hey, you coward. Lot of news off your heads. Right, helmets at Mumps out today, and weapon of the week. Oh yeah, yeah. We'll put a few quid into them, so you can have a good time today when you see them. Helmets of the month and weapon of the week. And I want to thank everybody, especially the last 6 days, for sharing videos. Because it's done over 100,000 views in 6 days, which I know is that a record for me. Maybe up there when I used to be running around with little Greek fella from Essex, wasn't it? So, okie doke. Peace out. Keep on trucking. Keep sporting boxing. Don't have nightmares. That includes you, Sam Jones. That includes you, Malcolm X. Born liar. Biggest fraud in boxing. And that includes you, Bricktop, because you are the biggest liar in boxing. You want to take me on anytime you want, Bricktop, or your brother, Bopper Bobby, with his Crombie. Stop by here anytime. Bobby, don't be ringing up next door. You know where we are. Come and see me. You don't Sheffield all the time. You keep saying, come and say, I just want some friends. I just want somebody to visit me. I don't want to be here all day on my own. All right, so I hope you enjoyed Helmets at Month and Weapon at Week, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to make it entertaining. We try to cover tough topics, but sometimes you have to watch how you word things. This is where when we do this video now, it has to go through some process. Yeah, it has to go through a process now before it goes out. This is what we're up against, but it doesn't matter. It'll go out at some point today or tomorrow. But today's Wednesday. When is it? Wednesday, 12 o'clock. So it should be out for tea time or as soon as it clears. So, all right. We'll get your sons off.